What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemoth, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Mercer, one half of the tag team champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
for a foot or an inch. Yeah, I fight for you all. It's the truth and I'm in. Yeah, I fight for referee breath.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Oh, hello there. I'm just here reading the WWE Book of Rules, and I'm exploring whether the use of devil voodoo magic is a outside interference call, because it's been happening a lot lately, including Raw's main event, and I got questions. There's got to be some kind of section on. Oh, there's a cane part. I don't know why it's vertical. Okay, it's like a centerfold. Okay. Anyways, I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter. This is your Monday Mayhem Warriors, and you're apparently more intellectual Mayhem Warriors this week, and we're stacked. We're stacked this week. It's insane. It's insane what we got lined up. First of all, we have with us our friend from Big in New York. He's the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor lever from the WWE, and he has a slammy, ladies. It is Mad Mike.
Yeah, Sorg. I need to address something.
Yes.
Sorg, I don't know if you know this. It's the season of Lent. We had a conversation about religion on the Patreon last week.
Lots of fish. Lots of fish.
I eat tuna.
Mike?
Tuna and cheese pizza on Fridays. It's great. But Sorg,
Mike?
normally
Yes.
I give up the same thing for Lent every year.
Yes.
Okay? And it's Kit Kats because they are my one true vice. They get me through a lot, believe it or not. And because it's the run up to Easter, they actually advertise Kit Kats, I'm pretty sure, double than what they normally do. So it's more difficult than you imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But Sorg, I'm going to give up one other thing for the remainder of Lent.
What's that?
Disparaging the AEW Women's Division.
Whoa!
Not this the last thing. This is the last thing I'm going to, not because of the quality, just because it detracts focus from the show.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, a little.
A little bit? Yeah?
A scotch.
You got a feeling? You got a feeling on that?
A tiny,
okay,
a teensy tiny bit, and please hold me accountable. It doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about women's
how many
wrestling.
messages did you get last week asking if the two of us are okay?
Oh,
because I got a couple. I got
a fair few.
What's that?
A fair few.
A fair few?
Yeah, a fair few. But, you know, I mean, Sorg, you and I are fine.
We're fine. Everything is fine. No problem. No problem. Okay, well.
But yeah, so I need you guys to hold me accountable because, you know, sometimes my Italian blood boils and I just get real angry. But, you know, I'm just, you know, Mad Mike is in the name, so I'm going to try and chickadee check myself before I rickety wreck myself.
Wow. I appreciate this because I've been trying to figure out how to deal with this situation for last week.
I recognize the problem.
He's self-governing.
Self-governing madness.
Self-governing Mike is what he's going to be for Lent.
That being said, the Monday after Easter, watch the fuck out.
AEW, you got like a month to improve.
Yeah, seriously, this is your grace period. Because we got ourselves a Maki Ito now.
Yes,
she is delightful.
Who, by the way, probably most definitely joined the Dark Order today.
I think so too. Yeah. I saw that one little GIF. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, this works.
Because
but by the way, Sorg, whenever I come to the studio, that is how I'm entering the studio.
Fingers up in the air. Oh yeah.
Surprise, motherfuckers. That's it. Like you're not even gonna know it's coming. Because I just assume you're there all the time.
I hope that's the way that you're going to, which is true. I hope that's also the way that you're going to introduce yourself at the taco stand across the street.
Absolutely.
They'll love you.
Sorg, that's the way I'm going to introduce myself at Slice on Broadway again. Yeah. That's the way I'm going to introduce myself in the studio. That's the way I introduce myself at the taco stand. Hell, that might be the way I go to whatever the next sporting event I go to is.
If that is. By the way, you heard the voice. Mainstream Matt is with us, the proprietor of Just Pro Wrestling News. Hello, sir. What do you got over there?
Best part about hosting the pay-per-view party, Sorg, is the leftover food. I just finished off the shrimp cocktail. DP left behind this canister of Pringles. Would you believe it? Scorchin' cheddar. Now, Sorg, I used to be a hot, spicy food kind of guy. Not so much anymore. I have to kind of be careful. I tried these, not so scorching, but as funny as that may be, just scorching enough that it gets your attention. My 14-year-old son found this earlier today and decided, I like Pringles, and just popped that sucker open, reached in and started eating them. Walks away before I could even be like, you should not. Okay, go ahead. And no, I just kind of like go up to him later. I'm like, how are the Pringles? He's like, not good. As he like is drinking a milk there on the couch. I was like, good.
You are living a sitcom. Between you and Chilla had his son at the beginning of Awesome Cast. He had to run off right when we were starting because he stuck like a toy up his nose.
Oh, that wasn't where I thought that was going.
It was some sort of something that you put in water and like it expands out kind of thing, like it turns into a toy or something. That was the explanation I got. It's over on the Awesome Cast YouTube page. It's doing very well on TikTok right now, actually.
Anyway, speaking of food props, and this is only for the Yinzers out there that will appreciate this, but this is the beauty right here.
Oh, some good donut. Holy crap.
All right, most of these are gone, but if you can barely see what this, it's basically a donut. It's like a glazed donut, except it's like 80% filling. It's terrible for you, but there are 2 left, and I'm going to eat them because I got to do it because I hosted them.
They're what I like to call paxies, even though that's not the correct way to say it. But,
hey, guys.
It's or something like that.
The grizzled toy vet himself, Ronnie Starks, returns tonight, sir. How you doing, man? I know you've been through a lot the last couple of months.
They gutted me like a fish.
Woof.
Ronnie, I have a question. How did you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder?
How do you get to Carnegie Hall practice?
Yes.
Oh, he said it right. Carnegie.
I said Carnegie.
No.
Anyways, we're not getting to that one again. No, Ronnie.
That bump to the head did something right.
It made me a little smarter, I think.
Yeah, by the way, every time you get like something like vital happens to you, like you get a certain, you get a certain sickness or you have surgery, like you're hitting your head every time you do it, like just like a pro wrestler.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like
I thought they trained that out of you.
I guess not. I woke up. Well, I pulled myself up. Like literally, I woke up from being knocked out, and I literally picked myself up. Like it was no big deal. It was like whatever adrenaline I had left, I picked myself up. I sat on the edge of my bed. I'm like, yeah, I'm not okay.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not good. But I'm glad you're okay. It looks like you're doing a lot better. You got a lot. I swear you got a lot even more energy than last time you were here with us, when I think nothing was going on with you. Potentially, maybe, I don't know.
And I mean, Raw just happened, so you can argue that nothing is still going on.
I mean, I gave up, WWE for Lent. By giving it up for Lent, I mean I gave it up a while ago.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Lent in about 2015, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he didn't know that was only supposed to end after so long. Anyways, let's.
By the way,
yes.
Sorg, there's a miscommunication in the chat room. I think Tina misheard me. I said I'm not going to talk trash about AEW's women's division. That's it, the women's division, because that's what we got.
Fair game, fair game on
everything else is fair game because we gotta talk about some stuff.
Yeah, we'll get into some stuff, whether it be a casino game or your sparklers. But tonight we kick off with Raw, and yo, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Great. Very solidified him as the WWE champion and not a fluke with The Miz last week. I enjoyed that. It was a good start to it. I didn't watch first like 10 minutes, but I watched. I got on in time to watch the championship match itself, so that was good. But not that they really needed to, because they basically replayed the entire thing, including the entire entrance of Bobby Lashley. Because
that was like,
what are we doing? Remember what I said about like we're just wasting time because we have 3 hours and don't know what to do with it.
You know what they could have done this week on Raw. They could have given us a second women's match.
A second women's match, and not to bait Mad Mike here about the our recent rantings and positions on the AEW women's division. Let's just say across the board, the only one doing a solid justice probably to a women's division is NXT. Okay,
yeah,
I think
SmackDown
we can all agree with
doesn't do terribly.
Yeah, no, SmackDown doesn't do terribly.
terribly.
No. I mean, I think they got more women's wrestling than 3 hours of Raw. But when you're 3 hours of Raw, run me a promo about it being Women's History Month. By the way, it's also National Pro Women's Day.
National Wrestling Day.
National Pro Women's Day.
National Wrestling Day.
As opposed to
International Women's Day.
As opposed to, I don't know. I think I did an event on this.
Basically, it's a day they made up. Honor women every fucking day. All right.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a. Oh wait, no. Day of the Girl was the one that I did an event for one time. It was
okay.
Yeah, I was working with this other company.
That's odd.
What? No, it was a platform that was a social media platform for like tween girls. So we did like this big international. It did not go well, by the way, because it was at. It
doesn't sound like it with a name.
Because
like
it was at the Hard Rock Cafe, and we didn't have half of this shit to do streaming as we do now. It was a Google Hangout when that first came out, and it did not go well. I will say technically we made a lot of mistakes. Chachi was there for that one. But I don't think that company's around anymore. But anyways, the Hard Rock is. But
I've been there. It's very lovely.
Yes, the one right down here, like that, a hill.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different.
Yeah, we got one of those in Pittsburgh. We're not. We're not that backwards of a city, Mike.
I don't know why I thought of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Vegas.
Oh,
I don't know why I thought of that.
Very specific.
Probably because you mentioned the fucking gambling app and.
Oh, so you just have a mind for it. I know. We gotta watch out for your
my online debts.
Yeah, your online debts.
Debt consolidation. Gambling.
Anyways, where the hell? Oh, I just deleted that tweet. What the hell? Anyways.
Raw.
No, that was fine. I mean, I mostly didn't have a problem with Raw until about halfway through when I realized, like, oh, where are the women at? That sounds horrible, but you know what I mean.
I was trying to think about this because I was thinking the same as you, Sorg. And then I realized Asuka's still injured, which probably crimped a lot of plans that they had. And with Lacey being out, they didn't have a plan B story. Like all set to go. That being said, they've had like several weeks to come up with something. And you've been promoting Rhea Ripley for weeks. Just put her on the fucking TV.
Yeah, we don't need that coming soon bullshit.
Yeah, we don't need to, like, we know who Rhea Ripley is. She was on WrestleMania last year. Like, it's not.
I'm trying to figure out, like, when is soon? Like, I'm starting to worry that this is like an after WrestleMania debut, which would be a crying shame. And you say no, but I'm telling you, I'm willing to at least harbor a maybe on this.
I'd be very upset.
Rhea Ripley.
I'd be very upset if that was the case.
I mean, soon is a relative term. So just soon compared to never is after WrestleMania.
I don't even know when WrestleMania is at this point.
It's it's about a month from now. It's the Shane McMahon bit is where I started just nosediving my interest on Raw tonight. And I didn't do much. I wasn't multitasking. My computer's in the shop, so I figure I'm not gonna like hurt myself trying to get a lot of work done on my old laptop from like 2013. So I'm just like, listen, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, hang with my lady, and dog, and watch this. And when we got to Shane in his contrived, long-winded, I'm not calling you stupid, but you're completely stupid bit that we did. Now, get it? If it's a match between them, that's fucking stupid.
Yep.
Like this.
Shane just wants to jump off the pirate ship.
It's the worst.
That's all it is. He wants to jump off the pirate ship.
We have all these people. We have all this talent. We have supposedly the best talent in the world, both in front of the curtain and behind.
Say it, Sorg. Undoubtedly, the deepest and most talented roster in the history of professional wrestling.
And we are saddled with your stupid Braun, so that Shane can fight Braun in how is this any semblance idea of a match we should give a shit about, or realistically have any expectations for.
He did a today junior thing. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
My God. Like, I have taken more creative shits, and that's not hyperbole. Like I've taken actual defecations that have had more depth of character. That's not a joke.
So, are you saying that my first shit after surgery was a lot more constructive than the current WWE product?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll absolutely agree, and you don't even have to go into detail.
Ronnie, listen. No, Ronnie, I'm going to do you a
Sorg's
solid
like, no,
right now.
Ronnie, go into detail.
No, Ronnie, listen. The way that you've landed yourself in the hospital have been far more inventive, and if filmed, I'm sure probably more entertaining than what we're getting out of Shane McMahon tonight.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
I mean, it's a compliment. That's a compliment. But yes, it's like, it's WWE-ness. But man, I really wish I would have pulled this article, because I think Cage Side Seats had an article about kids love WWE RAW.
Oh, the kids love it, Sorg.
Those poor children.
Apparently, the kids demographically love WWE RAW, was the gist of the article. So maybe we're just too high society here in our
too old. I think that's the word you're looking
long
for.
Time.
Ideally, we should all be too old for this. Okay. Ideally.
Yes. So you're telling me
Mike is still just a lad, but most of us are old men.
So
now.
you're telling
Ronnie is grizzled and old.
Yes.
So
and a vet. And grizzled and toys.
Vet, yeah.
I mean, come on, all of them.
We're in the grave for a while now, guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I mean, so it's very apropos for us to say we're too old for this shit.
We're definitely too old for WWE.
But at the same time,
Yet we buy the toys.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I buy AEW toys. Okay.
Yes. Yes, like a real man, you bought AEW dolls, right?
But I mean, yes, we theoretically should be too old for this stuff, but we also can appreciate storytelling.
Yeah.
And not a lot of it is happening.
No, it's not. It's week to week. It's this. It's Sheamus and Drew.
Tina wants to know what the age range is on that survey.
I'll have to pull that up again. It's ratings was the thing.
When you're talking about just, I don't want to throw us under the bus because, I mean, wrestling, it's for everyone. It's for the grandmas and the grandpas too, But, ideally, like, it's for the kids first, and we just kind of, like, enjoy it through the kids. So you need the children. The children must come first. So if the wrestling that you're watching is drawing in the kids, then that's a good outcome.
It's good. It's good for the bottom line. It's not good for mass enjoyment, I suppose. If they're like, well, we got the kids, like, all right, F everybody else, right? But and I'm trying to pull up the article.
Well, I mean, the reason kids want to watch it is because it's slightly dangerous.
Yes.
That's the appeal. I mean, I assume that's why all of us started watching wrestling, because it was slightly dangerous. And probably we're told by our parents once or twice, don't watch this. At least that was my story. But you gotta it's wrestling is for the kids. That's the bottom line of it. So, but that doesn't mean that we have to give it up on.
No, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean it has to be insulting to everybody else, is what we're kind of coming down to, right? So
I mean, honestly, this isn't even insulting to kids.
There's plenty of things insulting about professional wrestling.
There's reasons as a parent I wouldn't want my kids to watch this.
Because like my wife as a teacher, she was watching. She was also doing her crochet thing at the same time, but she was like, what would a kid say if he heard Shane McMahon do that stuttering bit? Like, that's an excellent question.
Yeah. So what happens? You like a kid catches ear of that, and then they're doing it like on in class the next day in response to a teacher, and then Matt has to go in and have a conversation.
Yeah, kids are very they're very
Well, I mean, let me speak on this parenting wise here. I'm looking forward to Tina jumping in the chat room on this one too. No matter what your children are watching, they will extract the worst possible item, phrase, or action from whatever they're watching. They could be watching anything from, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to Terminator 2, but whatever they find in that thing that is dangerous, bad, can get them in trouble, they will find it and they will extract it. I've seen my kids do this with like Disney Channel shows, Nickelodeon shows, the most innocent, whatever you think they're watching on YouTube, they won't find anything bad from this. Star Wars, to circle back on that one, Sorg, they will find the bad thing and just repeat that until they're told not to do it.
Have they just started screaming dank Ferric at you?
Is that a Star Wars thing? Is that Star Wars?
It's a curse from the Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. Jeez, now you've done it. No, but if you want to follow up on my oldest son's journey through the Star Wars movies lately, he really he's down with the kind of like the first act of Return of the Jedi, and he would just kind of like come around like just speaking whatever alien language he's doing. So one minute you'll hear him trying to like doing Java, and he's kind of like oh, and then he'll be like doing whatever Princess Leia was when she was dressed up as the bounty hunter and she had the weird voice going. She had the thermal detonator. And she's like he's doing that. Just
your kid needs to plop out from behind walls and go, well, hello there, like every time he walks into a room. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Mason Mania to have a segment where the commissioner says, I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Oh my God, the Mason Mania over the weekend.
Yeah,
I saw.
Difficult to recap here, but at least one match went 9 stars. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
A super card to end all super cards. I've never seen I rarely seen him peak. His booking was peaked. It was ready, and it was overbooked, but it was the right kind of overbooked. The kind you need. So 11-year-old children bringing you better wrestling with their action figures than you sometimes get on television.
Would you say it was explosive?
No, but I will do a brief recap. At the end of one of the matches, a Carl Anderson action figure was taken out on a stretcher to an awaiting ambulance.
Oh no!
And then Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, and Brock Lesnar, who are buddies in this world, they ganged up and they pushed that ambulance down a hillside where it crashed and exploded into a ball of fire. That happened.
Oh boy! Oh, now Matt. And
that wasn't the best match of the night.
Ow! Jeez. I hope that was at least the semi-main.
It was a semi-main. Start from the top.
Okay. Matt, I have a suggestion.
Okay.
If Mason wants to make his own exploding barbed wire death match, which I'm sure he probably does.
I mean, I'm not so sure.
I have a box of
I'll get back to that. That's okay.
Okay. I have a box of those little poppers. You know, the things you throw at the ground, they make
yeah.
I'm not saying.
Do those ship okay? They're okay to ship, right?
I think it'd be fine.
As long as they're as long as they're in the sand, right?
We got them. Yeah, we got them in the mail. So
yeah.
I mean, the FedEx guy throws every package at my front door. So I'm sure nothing will happen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'll put plenty of like newspaper in there, but I'm just saying if you wanted to Scotch tape some of those to some of his little like barbed wire blocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying
that could be good.
Something for the biggest show of the year. You know, just hit me up with the digits. I can send you a box.
We'll see what we can do. He was a little bit incredibly. He stayed up for that entire pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Sorg was a witness. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
He usually conks out, but he was into this. But I think it was a little bit too intense for him, which is understandable. Or even this morning, I was kind of like, "So what did you think of that match last night?" And he was like, "That's okay." It was like, was it a little bit, was it a little bit scary? Was it a little bit, too much? He was like, "Oh yeah, whatever." So we'll see. I think he's still processing, but we had a brief chat about it, so we'll see.
Tina says, "Oh my, Jen would flip her shit," which I mean that's the intent.
That's going to happen anyway. So let's go.
So the article in question, just so
the real best moments from when we're doing wrestling shows with my kids' action figures in his room is when it's like full screaming, guys are throwing each other, falling off, and then you just turn around and there's Jen's head is sticking in the door, and you're like, oh, hi, pay no attention to us. We're just, can't you see? The stakes are high here. We have to,
So the article in question, just so anybody wants to read it, CageSideSeats.com. Whatever Raw's doing, it's a hit with the kids, and that's the one with Bad Bunny slapping the Miz. And obviously Bad Bunny's going to be a part of this. We're talking about we got the hourly breakdown, but when you get into the demos, let's see, USA Best Rated Cable Originals, 18 to 49-year-old demo by a large margin of a 0.58 average. 18 to 34-year-old audience was up 49% over the February 22nd Raw. That's where we're getting to it. Only a handful of times that they've done better than Friday night's show with the under 35 demo since SmackDown's move to Fox. So, and Meltzer, okay, so it's not real news, notes that teenage male audience rose over the course of the night, up 9% from hour 1 to hour 3. So, and that was the episode last week that had the Miz every hour, basically. Miz and Bobby Lashley every hour situation. So, between that, I think, was Bad Bunny came out, I think, that night.
He was on.
Was he on tonight?
Not tonight, but
not tonight.
Last week when this was where we're talking about. So again, doing something.
This is always interesting, but as someone who's who briefly lived and died with television ratings, it's very difficult sometimes to really predict or manipulate exactly what's happening with some of those numbers. Sometimes you think you've got it, but you don't. There's no magic bullet, but anything pointing in this direction is a good thing. So I won't take this away from them. Hopefully they do well again tonight. Maybe they've found their way to something. Maybe kids hate Drew. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Honestly, I could see it. I could see it. I could see kids being bored with Drew because Bobby Lashley's a big, strong badass. Not to say that Drew isn't, but
Listen, Hurt Business is cool.
Yeah,
like the cool.
And hey, we don't have live crowds telling us if Drew has overstayed his welcome or anything like that. Like, I mean, for me, I'm watching. I'm like, Drew, they're still doing a good job with Drew. But if they were in a live arena every week, maybe it's a different story.
Yeah, no, though. But Hurt Business, they are cool. They are cool to that. They're cool to that young audience.
I think
everybody wants to be a damn Instagram dapper entrepreneur. It fits into that idea of that age group, right? So no, they're doing a lot right there. I mean, Hurt Business is doing what they probably thought Retribution was going to be doing.
Hurt Business is actually the new version of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
and they kind of did it without even really trying.
I think somebody there knew. I think so.
I
think they knew.
I personally don't think MVP probably knew. But the people in charge, I guarantee.
Listen, I'm sure there's a conversation, and I wish I had a Shane Taylor back on the show to talk about these kinds of things. I'm sure there's a conversation that was like, "This is what we got handed. We know what they expect. This is what we're gonna do." That's where you get New Day that takes off. That's where you get, I think, what's your faces? The other guys with the solo cups. Why am I
Street Profits?
Thank you. I mean, Screaming Private Party in my head, and it's the wrong show, which becomes an inherent problem. Yes, but also I haven't been watching enough SmackDown to everything to sink back in. But yeah, so those guys. Yeah, but that's another thing.
Well, I mean, at the same time, like, if you want to ask whether or not they kind of like did they know that the Hurt Business was over? I would say yes, based on how they were treating Lashley for months and months and months, where they were clearly, protecting him, whether they were keeping him in their back pocket just in case, or whether they actually had plans to do this down the road. I can't say that for sure, but at least with Lashley, they seemed to have a plan for him somewhere down the line.
Absolutely.
Tina says that her nephew and son like seeing superstars and identify with them. So I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole thing, and that's probably why Roman's doing so well on SmackDown too. Like, I hate to say it, we should stop pushing white dudes for a little while.
There will always be enough to go around. There will always be enough
exactly
on these wrestling shows.
AEW
so that's why you just gotta keep going as hard as you can.
AEW just got 2 more of them. Like, seriously, there's plenty.
Never miss an opportunity, Mike.
Hold on. First of all, he's Canadian. That's a whole other ball of worms. Anyways.
By the way, this is very slight. AEW needs to work on their naming situation.
Why?
Because now we have the brothers Christian and Brian Cage. We have the brothers Orange and Isaiah Cassidy, and we have the brothers All Ego Ethan and Adam Page.
Listen, man, I did 2 shows last week.
And also Diamond Dallas Page, their father.
Oh, I said that last night. I'm like, what's gonna happen when Ethan and like, there's going to be a BTE bit where Ethan Page and Hangman are definitely related, right?
Yeah, but like that's not great. When you have an announcer that's already confused,
yes, and having voice problems.
By the way,
last night.
this apropos of nothing. Is JR sick? He sounded terrible.
I was worried. He sounded better after an hour.
He sounded terrible.
He said that. I mean, obviously his throat was shot, and I think he tweeted something about. He was like chugging tea during the entire show, and he did get stronger as the show went on, which is crazy.
Also point out they are doing that show in 40 to 50 degree weather. So,
I mean, maybe they need to work on that.
It's not great. It's not a great situation. So to make sure you're okay, you're not in a temperature controlled building. I mean, I'm sure they got heaters, but still, just walking around and just the general, like, I don't care how warm I am inside. If it's a you know, a certain kind of day outside, my sinuses are blown. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
and it's only gonna get worse when spring starts.
Oh yeah. So I mean, that's it. I think it was just unfortunate circumstances. It got to him that night. He hasn't worked Sunday for a while. So
what an odd rationale.
Yeah. You know, so that's fine. That's what it is. But anyways,
yeah, we're gonna talk more about that tomorrow. But so Raw.
Is there anything else to say about it? Really, at this point,
they're really like Sheamus and Drew.
I mean, they did the thing where the kids find the football helmets in the garage and they just crash right into
Oh
each
yeah,
other. That's what they did.
that was a
like,
real. that reminded me of Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, MXC.
My favorite was Vinny Massaro tweeted, "Hi, I'm Drew McIntyre. Welcome to Jackass." So great. Oh God!
They did the like somebody was apparently on top of the on the apron shooting down at them, and you just saw like the two things coming at each other, and it looked like just like they're wearing something on their heads, like in the most MXC challenge. And which was, if you don't know, look it up. It's on actually Amazon Prime if you have that for free, at least the first season. It does not hold up. It is definitely offensive in 2021. But
I think it was offensive when it
I'm
aired.
just gonna. Yeah, it definitely was offensive when it first aired. If you're a child of a certain age, it hits you right in the soft spot.
Oh yeah. If you weren't offended by Jackass, you're gonna be okay with this. But
the announcer's name like douche something?
Guy LaDouche.
It was
Guy LaDouche. And Guy LaDouche.
All I remember is Right You Are Ken. I don't remember what the last name was.
Yeah, Ken. I was reading up, but it was Takeshi's Castle. I think it was the show. It's before we had Wipeout and all these crazy like Ninja Warriors and stuff, which we brought over from Japan. And they dubbed over like all these old like wacky like obstacle course things and everything. Guy LaDouche is definitely, if Pepe Le Pew didn't make it today, he's not okay. So
there's a Twitch channel that just runs it on a loop.
Really?
So just go check it out.
That's just for fascination. That was
apparently Peyton Royce is going off on Raw.
Is she? Right, I saw that she was on there, and I hope this is her like Miz moment.
Apparently she said my potential haunts me. And I'm like,
whoa!
Yes.
I bet that sounds awesome with an Australian accent. You're gonna make me watch Raw
I'm not
Talk.
even going to attempt it because I have too much respect for Peyton.
You're gonna make me watch Raw Talk, man.
I'm gonna watch Peyton's bit, and I'm probably gonna turn it off.
Yeah, there's nothing else to see. That's how you watch it. You watch the clips on the Twitter machine, and you're all right.
You find out where the buzz is, and then you're like, I guess I do have to.
Yeah.
Watch
By the way, Talking Smack this week, first kind of dud they've thrown up in a while.
Whoa.
Like not dud. Apollo was on. He was okay, but. Like, and Bailey was lovely on it, but there was no content. Like, it was a weird episode of Talking Smack.
Unfortunately, Bailey has no direction right now.
Oh, I firmly believe Bailey's going to host WrestleMania.
Ding dong, hello.
Oh my God. I mean, that is what you do when you have someone with no direction.
I'm telling you, she's ripe for it. She's saying she wants to be the next Ellen DeGeneres. The next thing you do, she's hosting WrestleMania.
I mean, if it gets her, hello WrestleMania. If it gets her into the 3-man booth with Cole and Graves, then maybe it's not such a bad idea.
By the way, speaking of Mania, we should address next week. Tickets are going on sale, y'all.
Yeah, it's gonna be limited. It's gonna be bonkers priced. It's gonna be whatever.
Only a few $100 for the upper deck store.
Really?
Yeah,
but that's not bad.
$500 for the upper deck.
Wow. I paid like $75 at $29.
I wonder if they're going to have a lot of restrictions for like you need negative COVID tests and stuff like that.
No, they're not doing. They're not doing that in Florida.
I would think it's going to be very similar to what they did at the Super Bowl. So as far as like needing a negative test, maybe not, but
I'm not
as far as like getting onto the premises, you're going to have to do the.
I am not aware. I'm not aware of anybody in the United States.
That's what I'm about to tell you. That's what I'm about to tell you, Sorg. Because the Penguins are playing the Rangers in MSG on my birthday. So me, because I will have my first vaccine shot at that point. I'm like, I'll wear 3 masks and rubber gloves if I can get in to see this game. I would very much like to do that. So I looked into it, and MSG is being super strict.
But you're in New York City.
Lovely.
We're talking New York City though.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what Raymond James Stadium is doing because I think it's at the discretion of the venue.
Yes.
Well, I'll pile onto this because this might end up being a clue for what is going to happen with Mania. Raymond James Stadium is hosting Monster Jam in a few days, 4 or 5 days from now. So maybe if we just find out what happens at Monster Jam, then we can find out what's going to happen at Mania, and maybe they'll leave a monster truck behind, and we'll have some fun.
I'm going to see if I can look it up right now.
Okay.
Let's see. March 12th.
I mean, you talk about a triple bill for Tampa.
But you're talking
Super Bowl, Monster Jam, WrestleMania.
You're also talking like this is a state that have they declared themselves back in business as a state? Like are they one of those?
I mean, I don't think they ever stopped Sorg.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I mean, I
wouldn't be too sassy about this. But...
Yeah. So
the theme parks slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But now they're back to full capacity.
Yeah, versus California, that's like just now talking about them maybe opening in April. So
okay, it doesn't seem like they have any.
Yeah, it's not 100%.
I will be I'm going to be starting I'm going to start keeping an eye on this kind of thing because I have an event
though.
I have an event in Arizona at the end of April, so potentially.
This is weird though. Like I'm looking at the seating map, and you know how they have like dots for available seats, dots for accessible seats, and unavailable seats and everything. They also have white dots for social distance.
So like you get 2 seats and then you get to choose.
It looks like the way they're all right. Certain rows are different. It looks like there's blocks of 4 in the center of a row. With only 3 seats between them, which doesn't seem like enough room. And then, like, blocks of 2 seats at the end of each row.
Okay.
Which is odd.
But people are still going to be sitting in front of you.
Unless... Yeah, like, I would have done every other row.
Yeah.
That's me personally. But, yeah, because, like, I've been to a stadium, like, you're right on top of each other.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, they're staggered, so
even AEW was big about doing the pods. Like I kind of got like irked because I saw somebody like right at the beginning there was somebody like ripping their mask off like behind somebody's head, and I'm thinking now like, oh, they were like a pod that was bought together at least, right? So and this goes for any event that anybody's doing as the things are opening up, depending on where you're at. Don't feel pressure to go to any of these events if you don't like the protocols, how things, if you look at that seating chart, you're not too crazy about it. Like, just don't like go with what we a lot of us are going to have to ease back into this thing. Okay. And
absolutely.
Some more than others for anxiety, for actual health direct health concerns. Like there's going to be like that kind of thing. So
I have every intention of going to California for WrestleMania in 3 years.
Yeah.
Same.
And ideally things will be sorted out by then. It's very, listen, it's very possible things are going to be back to normal in some capacity here through the rest of the year here very soon. It's also very possible that could not happen. So be good. Please, I beg you to partially prepare yourself for one way or the other. Like it's depending on what happens here, because it's I mean, we're still in uncharted territory with things. Things are looking good. Don't let your guard down, and take care of each other. Ronnie's going for a walk. I see.
I'm good. No, I had to rearrange myself a little bit. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're getting a little sleepy over there. He's just like working the bedtime.
I just wanted to chime in here in case we didn't get this right. The range for the ticket prices is $35 to $2,500.
Seems right. Seems right.
To get down with that.
It's getting the 35s, dude. That's gonna sell out. I mean,
there's gonna be a pre-sale. They're letting people sign up, register for this pre-sale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there even going to be anything left?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, if they do 25,000 seats, which seems to be the number everyone keeps coming back to.
Well, you don't have to compete with the international as much. So
because nobody can come overseas.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot that can.
Yeah,
So,
I think
you can pretty much roll right in from Japan though now. So.
I think you need a visa.
yeah, you need a visa because there's some events I'm working that we're talking about that, and visas sound like a problematic thing around the because I think there's some other visa things happening on top of the pandemic related stuff. So it's getting pretty wild right now. So wait, so you generally need a visa just to come here?
I think so.
Like for
you need a work visa to get into the country. Otherwise, they're selling you no.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. So,
So I need a work visa to go to Japan.
Well, no, that depends on Japan's protocols. These are our protocols for people coming here. I believe. But I don't know. Last I knew, most of the world said go away to Americans. So.
To be fair, that was true.
I mean, probably the right move.
Well, they had a really good reason finally, and they're just like, oh, this is our chance. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up.
For us right now, like, come on, man.
What's that?
Yeah,
I can't even go to Canada right now to go to Toys
R Us.
Oh
no, yeah, I did. I want to go to Canada for stuff, right? I was supposed to go to Canada last May, I think.
Really?
So yeah. So. Well, anyways, this was a fun meandering thing.
Sorg, WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert mode. Matt, are you watching the WandaVision? I wasn't sure.
No, I am still in Disney Plus Exile. Thank you very much. So but don't worry about me. I'm just I'll chill for a little bit. I'll clean up what's left of the Just for Wrestling News update for tomorrow.
Somebody get that guy a perfectly legal login. So we are in the
it's okay to share your Disney Plus login.
Yeah.
You can just give yours to him, Sorg.
I'll add him as a face. Do you want to be Iron Man, or do you want to be Lilo?
Definitely Lilo.
Like how those are the only two.
Wait, who?
Yo, Lilo. Don't your kids watch Disney, man?
Lilo. I thought you were like Leo. I was like, who?
What do you want to be?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Come on.
I mean, I'd take Stitch. Maybe Stitch.
Hulk is already taken.
Okay.
This is I was really hoping you were going to give me the Iron Man or Captain America choice, because then we could start that discussion.
I don't know if they're on there. The dogs from Lady and the Tramp live action are on there. That my mom's got that one.
I am currently Gambit.
Oh, Gambit's in there? Ooh.
Yeah, they added some X-Men. I'm like, oh, hello, Sherry. I will be Gambit.
I don't know. What do I got here? I can't remember what we put Missy as. I think Missy might be Frozen. Where's my things? Yes, I'm the Incredible Hulk. Oh, Missy is Tigger, of course. And my mom is actually from Fox and the Hound, the Hound.
Oh, nice.
Oh, excellent.
Very nice.
That is not the Hound.
What?
Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I saw it real quick. That is the Hound.
You're not confused.
Yes. I got real confused for a hot second. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Excellent.
That's fine. It's a small zoom window. You know, I mean, it's hard to look at icons and pay-per-views through there. But anyways, nobody would do that. Who in their right mind would do that? Anyways, we love you.
Tina says she's Tiana.
She's Tiana?
Which, I mean, Tina, come on.
Tiana.
Show some creativity. That's just your name with an extra A.
Who's Tiana?
From Princess and the Frog.
I've never watched Princess and the Frog, actually.
Neither have I.
Get on it.
That is a I need to catch up. Listen.
I have a couple blind spots.
I was late to the Frozen train, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Very sad that I missed that after I caught up.
It's a shame.
I tell you what, the thing about the Frozen thing is that it was hyped to the moon. And I was like you, Sorg. I didn't see it for a while.
Wow.
And by the time I finally sat down and watched it, I'm like, all right, let's see what this thing's got. And I was like, wow, this is really good.
It's got legs.
This is all right. So,
this fucker's got legs to it.
Exactly.
Wow. Who'd they ever put over?
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
It was hyped to the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
WandaVision.
By the way, WandaVision. Yes, WandaVision.
fantastic.
No, it was basically the last act fight scene was the entire episode.
It was the last act of The Incredibles.
It was, wasn't it?
A little bit.
Everybody comes together.
I'm not mad at it.
Everybody comes together. Hey, it's another fine Disney property. And we got our combination of the Scarlet Witch is now the Scarlet Witch, full on
boy,
with the Darkhold. Settle down if you're worried that the Darkhold, Agatha had the Darkhold the entire time, and the Agents of Shield doesn't matter. I think I'm sure there's a connection there. It's like
multiverse, Sorg.
I don't think it's multiverse. I think Agents of
Sorg,
Shield.
It's the multiverse.
I don't know.
Just say it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
That was the whole beginning of the whole multiverse situation, because that's going to be in the whole Doctor Strange thing, is what happens.
They better address it.
And plus, we don't know how long Agatha's had that.
Yeah, exactly. So
that could be her copy, and there could be another copy.
Wait, is there a Darkhold printing press? Is that what you're telling me?
There's a Sanctum Sanctorum library, so why not?
Yeah.
Not wrong.
That looks like the original version that was on microfiche.
Okay.
Plus, we don't know where Agatha is. Agatha could have been Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. all along.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We're going to get some like Forrest Gump things where we just see her in the background of important things happening at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I guarantee that's what's going to happen.
Because that was I believe that was the Ghost Rider season. So, and if you're going to tell me...
I mean, who knows? Whoever encased the Ghost Rider, Agatha could have let them borrow the Darkhold.
Yes.
That's positive.
It was enjoyable, and I don't know, any other thoughts on it, because I want to get to this Peacock story real quick. That's why Matt's here.
Yeah, I liked WandaVision. I thought it was great.
I can't wait for Bucky and Falcon in a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I think
it's gonna be a different show. I don't know how many spoilers we're gonna be able to talk about on this show, but
yeah,
it'll be like, what wasn't the flying guy cool? Yeah, he was.
Wasn't that girl with the wings who thinks he's Captain America?
Oh, come on, it's Marvel. It's gonna come around. No, it was fantastic. What was the ship? The ship parable that they talked about in there about replacing the parts on the ship. Is it still the same ship?
Oh, the ship of Theseus.
Yeah, ship of the that gets you in your head.
Sorry, did you see my version of the ship of Theseus?
Oh, what was it? I thought I did.
I posted a picture of Randall Park and then Jim from The Office.
Yes, absolutely. So if anything else, so Peacock, we got all of our Peacock information today.
We got some more Peacock.
Yeah, we have some of it.
It says here all of the details.
Unless you have very specific questions about gift cards.
First of all, if you go to Peacock something, whatever the website is /WWE, you can sign up for Peacock for $250 a month. $250 a month to get your ticket.
It's almost less than a can of Coke.
I believe. Look at that. I believe that includes that's the $4.99 version that has commercials and stuff, right?
That's the Peacock Premium. That's the tier you need to be on to.
And if you want no commercials because you're tired of getting yelled at about getting a credit card, that would be Peacock Plus. So. It will roll over. I believe they said April 4th. And I'm sorry, I lost all my details. We're getting our call back. We'll see what happens there. Anyways, until I get these guys back, 4 archives available before SummerSlam. Limited time sign-up offer I was just mentioning there. I don't know where the show is. Yes, we're streaming. Hello. And we're getting our call back. So we're just going to take a moment here and see what happens. Are we on the internet? I don't know. We're getting our call back here so we can continue. The 250 spreads over 4 months. Huh. We're just going to go to this real quick.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm going to pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?